So today I'm going to be making or trying to recreate In-N-Out burgers. So In-N-Out Burger is a famous restaurant chain from California, and famously Anthony Bourdain, one of my biggest inspirations, favorite restaurant in LA, believe it or not.
We're now one of my favorite places in Los Angeles, In-N-Out Burger. It's the only fast food chain that I actually like and think is reasonably good for the world. Whenever I come to LA, in fact, one of the reasons I look forward to doing the taste is because as soon as I arrive, I'll hit the airport In-N-Out, and on my way out of town after finishing the taste, I'll pick up another. I
didn't get the chance to eat an In-N-Out burger before going vegan, so I'm going to try and make one with the knowledge that I have of the fast food chain. And this is sort of my dedication to Anthony Bourdain. If he was alive today and if I could cook for him, I would try and show him how good vegan food can be by packaging it in a form that is his favorite restaurant in LA. Let's give it a go. Here's my vegan In-N-Out burger. So yes, you can make these burgers using something like Impossible Meat or Beyond Meat, but I want to show you how to make burgers from scratch that are going to blow those out of the park. Honestly, you're going to see exactly what goes into these burgers. We're using seitan, which is an ancient meat replacement. I've talked about this a lot, so sorry for the guys that have heard me talk about this a lot. I recently made pepperoni. That's how good this meat replacement is. You can buy it from all good supermarkets, the powder that is. This is called Vital Wheat Gluten. It's basically like plain flour washed of its starch, and this is just the pure protein from wheat basically. And we're going to flavour that flour up, we're going to form a dough, and we're going to make these really meaty burgers. So first up, I'm going to chop some red onion, celery and mushrooms very roughly and get those sauteing and lovely and golden in a frying pan. So this is the base flavour for our flavouring that's going to make these burgers like the ultimate meaty, tasting umami explosion. Never underestimate celery in the base of things, so in sauces, in this, in like bolognese, all sorts. That celery is going to add a punch and a real powerful flavour. Saute the mix for 4 to 5 minutes or until nice and golden. Add a pinch of salt and pepper too. So meanwhile, I'm going to get the rest. Did you see that spin? Oh, that was so weird now. Play some funny music. 3, 2, 1. So meanwhile, I'm going to get the rest of the flavourings into my blender. So I'm going to get some black beans, some tomato puree, some soy sauce, balsamic vinegar, miso, Marmite, which is a secret ingredient for that extra umami punch, paprika, chili flakes, and some pepper. And now I've got 3 very important ingredients. Garlic powder. I like using the powder for this recipe because the powder most of the time has been roasted, so the garlic flavour is really intense. So I'm going to add about a tablespoon actually of that. And some mixed herbs. A generous amount of recipes on my website, of course, link below this video. And this is an optional ingredient, but I think it works wonders. Some liquid smoke, which can be found at all good like supermarkets these days, online as well. A few drops of the liquid smoke, it adds this amazing smoky barbecue nuts. And now that my mushrooms, celery and onions have caramelized, and get that in, some vegetable stock, and then blitz it all up until it's super smooth. Right, I've got to smell this. See if it's got all those flavours. I was hyping it up, wasn't I? Oh my gosh. If yours doesn't smell like powerful right now, you're not going to have a flavoursome burger. But it smells. Oh, Tom, how does that smell? Give me a good word.
I've got no words. It's like mushroom
right.
meaty.
Marcus, how does that smell? Give me a word.
Barbecuey, meaty. Very Yeah.
One word,
Really strong.
barbecue or meaty, he said. Now all we need to do is mix this wet mixture with the Vital Wheat gluten. Remember, you can get this by clicking the link below the video. I'm going to mix this in my KitchenAid using the dough hook. It really needs to knead for about 10 to 12 minutes, because if you don't knead seitan properly, it's going to be really spongy and it's not going to have that bite, it's not going to have that meaty texture, it's just going to be like a sponge. It's horrible. Okay, so okay, so here's our dough. It doesn't look very appetizing now, but I assure you it will do soon. So I'm going to give it a few bashes with my rolling pin, then I'll roll it out and then cut it into burger shapes using some cutting rings. I'm going to steam these and they'll get meaty, they'll get firm, they're going to be brilliant. Gotta give that love to your meat. Here's my cutter. Burger size, obviously. What I do is just roll the cutter like this. Burger number 1. So we've got 12 In-N-Out burger patties, vegan, and I'm going to cook these in a steamer, in my old-fashioned bamboo steamer. If you don't have a steamer, which you should all have really, I've told you many times, the best way of cooking vegetables, you can cook these in a broth, maybe make like a red wine broth, but they do absorb quite a bit of liquid and we don't really want that. We want these to stay as firm as possible, so steaming them is probably best. This is just a voiceover. When your steamer is steaming, put your burgers in. When the steamer's steaming, put your burgers in. When the steamer's steaming, put your burgers in. Hot this steam is, believe it or not. So I'm going to let these burgers cook for about 70 minutes. I'll check them every now and then, and I'll also make sure that there's water always in the wok, because you don't want the wok to dry out. It's a disaster, trust me. So I'm going to make a lovely burger sauce to go inside my In-N-Out burger. I'm going to mix together some vegan mayonnaise, and I've got a recipe on my YouTube channel for that. Some tomato ketchup, some mustard, Tabasco, minced garlic, and some finely chopped gherkins and onions.
How fine is it?
Mighty fine. So the burger's been cooking for 17 minutes. I'm going to get them out now. Oh my God, look at these. Now these are meaty AF. Meaty AF. So apparently there's loads of different options of how to have your onions in-n-out. I think today, should I caramelize them or keep them raw?
Caramelize. Caramelize.
Caramelize it is. Don't forget, my new cookbook, Plants Only Kitchen, is on my website. You can get signed copies sent wherever you are in the world, so click the link below this video. Okay, there's the onions done. So, it's time to cook. We're going to grill the burgers in my griddle pan and saute the onions in a non-stick frying pan. And I'm going to cook some chips as well, fries on the side too. These burgers are so great just because you make them ahead of time, and you can take these to barbecues, you can freeze them. They last in the freezer about 3 months. You can cook them whenever you want. Such high amounts of vegan protein here as well, so perfect if you want to put one of these in your meal prep boxes too. But obviously we're making In-N-Out burgers today, so we're going to go for the special Friday night, Saturday night treat. This is dedicated to Anthony Bourdain. If I could have cooked him something like this so he could see that he could get an amazing vegan burger, just like the In-N-Out burgers he loved in LA, that would have been a dream. That's the sizzle we want. Bit of salt on my onions to let those natural sugars come out. Oh, look at those lines. You can't tell me that doesn't look like a meaty burger. Unbelievable. So I just turn off the heat on the burgers and I pop a pan over the top so that cheese just melts beautifully. Thank you, Joe.
Have a mustard.
So it's time to build the burgers. I'm very happy with everything so far. And some big news I announced. What did I announce?
Restaurant news.
Restaurant news. Click the link below this video and you'll find out my restaurant news. Trust me, you're going to love it. Jeez, look at that! Look at that cheese there. That's crazy. My mouth is watering. It's dripping. Look at that. Vegan In-N-Out burgers, made from scratch though. Let's give this a taste. Now Joe, I feel sorry for you because in the pizza video, on camera, you looked very left out because there was nuts in the cheese, so I'm sorry for that, but hopefully this makes up for it. This is just nuts in it.
Too delicious.
Unbelievable.
Texture's insane as well.
It tastes naughty, but kind of good at the same time. Like, it seems very fresh. It's obviously a burger, but everything's so fresh because we've made it from scratch. That burger patty is so meaty. And flavoursome. The liquid smoke, he's got that smokiness to it. So what do you think Anthony Bourdain would have thought of this?
Absolute winner. So delicious. It's just perfect. You couldn't have thought anything
Perfect.
else, you know?
Thank you so much.
So delicious.
Got to try the recipe, full written recipe below this. Do it on a special occasion. Make the burgers ahead of time. I need to find out what my camera crew think. Marcus and Tom, you're up next to taste. This is phenomenal. Really think about it.
Well, that's delicious. The texture on the patty, that's much nicer than an In-N-Out burger.
That's a winner.
Out of 10?
10.
10.
No foot.
10. Tom, your turn to taste.
Oh man, so ready for this.
Enjoy.
Talk to me, bro. Bro, patty's chewy. Got that lovely caramelized onion. It's just so, it's overpowering, but I love it. And there's so much sauce. I love sauce.
Yeah. You're going to tell your fans your Instagram?
Yeah, at me, at Tom in a nutshell.
All right, cool.